Hi. More than 12 months since I've posted a video on YouTube. I've also been pretty inactive on Instagram. But one of my goals for 2026 is to kind of reinvigorate my socials, connect with you a bit more frequently. So, that being said, let's talk about where I've been, what's been happening, and have a little bit of a thrift haul to kick off the new year. Yes, so over 12 months, as I said, since my last video, I kind of just took a step back because social media was feeling very, I don't know, like it had changed. I started my socials, my Instagram, I think in 2018 when I started my business, and there was a lot of community around reselling at that point, like a lot of really, really good conversations, a lot of learning from each other. And I don't know if it's just because I was a new reseller and seeking that type of content, or whether things have actually shifted. I know the Instagram algorithm obviously has changed a lot, but I was feeling like that wasn't where my socials were anymore, and it got really exhausting. So I decided to take a bit of a break. I didn't mean for it to be so long of a break, but I think I'm feeling like I'm at a point where I'm hoping I can enjoy creating content again, and connection again. So goal for 2026 is to get back into it, probably slowly. I'm not committing to lots of videos, but let's see how it goes. And thank you to those of you who reached out over that 12 months just to check in, to ask how things were going, and to connect. That really actually meant a lot to me, and I'm hoping that stepping back in, I'll be able to connect with you again. Still reselling throughout that time. My business is still trucking along. There have been a lot of ups and downs over that 12 months. Biggest up, I am no longer working Fridays in my primary employment now, thanks to reselling. That has been a really, really great shift for me, and might do a bit of a video on what that looks like in a couple of weeks, talk about what that means for my business. But in doing that, it has meant that I've shifted the way I operate, and it has made it a little bit harder to create content around reselling. I really only work on my reselling business like one day a week now, whereas previously I was doing weekends and a little bit every day. So it's another reason that I took a little bit of a step away. Yes, it has been a bit all over the place in terms of sales. Obviously, there's a lot going on with the different platforms that we sell on. So probably the biggest thing I think that had an impact on my business in the last 12 months was the change to eBay's promoted listings, the way that they charge for those, and the decisions I made around how I would use promoted listings in my business. I've got a new platform that I sell on now, Designer Wardrobe, which is primarily New Zealand based, which I can probably talk a little bit about in the future as well. And just continuing to try to source really high quality items that are going to sell through quickly. I probably haven't been giving my sourcing as much of a focus as I need to. So that has definitely, I think, caused a little bit of a slowdown in sales. That being said, I'm still where I want to be with reselling. I'm not hitting my revenue goals, and I think, like I said, there's a lot that goes and plays into that. The overall sense I've had is that sales have been down across all of my platforms, so I think there's some external stuff going on as well as that sourcing needing to be a focus for me. But I've shifted, and it was a bit of a mindset shift from looking at my revenue, I should say, to what I'm paying myself, what's my take home, and is that enough, particularly having gone part-time at work. So in that aspect, I am absolutely where I need to be, which has been fantastic. So all in all, it's a mixed bag, but still going strong. No plans still to go full-time reselling. I'm quite happy part-time and working part-time now. I find that it's given me a lot better work-life balance. I've got my weekends back, which is the biggest thing. So it's given me a lot more time to spend focusing on, you know, my relationships, spending time with my partner, my friends, getting back into hobbies. I've taken up photography again, which is something I used to do quite a while ago, just for myself, for enjoyment, which has been nice. And yeah, really kind of get away from that feeling of almost burnout, working full time and reselling on weekends as well. Drop me a comment. I'd be really keen to hear how things have been going for you over the past 12 months, whether you've just gotten into reselling, whether you've been reselling for a long time. So for 2026, what I'm focusing on in my business, I need to refocus, as I've mentioned, on sourcing. And what that will look like is pulling together a plan before my sourcing Fridays, knowing really what styles, sizes, fabrics, colors, all of the things that I'm looking for that are going to sell quickly. I've been pretty consistent with my listing, with all of that, so that is kind of really looking healthy at the moment. But yeah, it's just listing more of the right types of things, and also trying to uplift my average sales price and average net profit. So they're pretty strong at the moment. I can do a bit of a video to unpack maybe some of that stuff down the track, but if I can shift that even further up, it's just going to make reselling a little bit easier for me in the new year. And with that, I do have a thrift haul that I'll share with you. My first thrift of 2026. Liv and I over at Live for Flips went, where did we go? We went Bayside and sort of south suburbs in Brisbane this Monday just gone. And strangely enough, it was like I think it was like a 33 or 34 degree day. Like, it was hot as balls. And I thrifted mostly winter stuff. So, you know, sometimes you've just got to get what you get. But let's jump in and have a bit of a look at what I picked up. So, thrift haul. Like I said, so this, strangely enough, mostly winter stock. Don't know how or why, but that is what I ended up with. So I'm going to start with a couple of pairs of shoes. These are Lacrosse rubber women's boots. Kind of like a gum boot. I hadn't heard of the brand before. They are in fantastic condition. Like, they look like they've probably been worn once. They're a little bit muddy, they need a bit of a clean up, so need to get onto that. But I paid $14 for these. Keen to see how they go. I think comps a little bit all over the place, but they're a really large size, so I'm hoping that'll be a good selling point for those. And the other pair of shoes that I picked up are these ruby red slippers, trying to kind of hit all the Wicked vibes. These are by Phantasma, which are like a sister brand of Pleasers. They kind of do all of the really like dramatic heels that you might see pole dancers wearing. So obviously a little bit more subdued than Pleasers, but I thought they were super fun. And for $16, there should definitely be some good profit in those ones. I think I'm gonna start from dresses and then work my way back to the winter stuff that I picked up, because there's a fair bit there. The first two dresses actually didn't come from my thrift with Liv. These have just been stop-ins during the week. Shanty Corporation, obviously quite oversized, relaxed, linen, sort of just shirt dress. Buttons all the way down the front, nice coconut buttons on this one. Shanty is a fantastic brand. I pick it up quite frequently, and it sells quickly for good money. So this is a size small to large, and what I pay is $8.50, but pink tickets were 25% off. So you do the math on that one. Yeah, just a quite nice little throwover. This next one is Witchery Cross Kidex. So Kidex I've not actually seen in an op shop, but I've been aware of them for quite some time. It's new with tags. It does have a little defect on the zipper, but that is quite easily repaired. It's just, you know, at the end of the zipper where things start to fray. So I will pop a couple of stitches in that and she'll be good to go. But yeah, it's just quite a lovely style. It's a strapless, it's got some boning and a bit of structure in the bodice, and then this really lovely sort of almost mermaid style skirt, 100% linen as well, in a size 12. So that one I think should go pretty well. It's kind of that formal, semi-formal vibe. This next one is probably a Depop special. I bought this for me and it doesn't. I liked the vibe of it, kind of 90s does 70s. It's viscose, it's very, very delicate. You can tell that it's vintage. It's a vintage orientique piece. They are still around. They do a lot of like natural fiber dresses in nice prints. But yeah, the vision of this one didn't really work out. When I bought it, it did have shoulder pads and this like kind of lace around the hem of the slip in there that I've picked out because it was just very, very dated. But even with those little bits of alteration, she's not for me. So pop her on Depop and see how it goes. I don't expect to get a lot for that one. I might pop it up for 20 or 30 bucks. I just really would like to move it on and find it a new home. This one, this is Solace London. So I had heard of this brand previously and I picked this up. It's got a beautiful open back and is also, where is it? It is new with tags. So I was quite surprised at some of the sale prices for this, considering like it feels just like a very, very basic thin polyester dress. The style is lovely, so it's got, you know, the very plunging neckline and the open back. This is the Solace Rosario dress, and I paid $15 for this. It was originally $30, but it was half price on blue tickets. And I don't know, it looks like it might be worth upward of $100. We'll see how she goes. But I do anticipate that this might be an international sale going to England. So we'll get it listed, we'll see what happens. Another black dress, another that I expect will do quite well. This is Oraton. It's really stunning. It's this gorgeous sort of embroidered thistle. You can see that there. On this really, really nice, lightweight kind of viscose twill fabric. It's got a keyhole detail there at the neck. It does kind of unfasten. It's on a hook and eye. Zip down the back. This one I paid $70 for. I anticipate might be able to get about $250 for it. There are a couple listed on Depop with a bit of interest. And this is a size 12 as well. So yeah, really getting into that size range that I like to have in my store. I think this might be where winter begins. I grabbed this Country Road denim dress in the faded grey. I really liked the style of this one. So collared, long sleeved and buttons all the way down the front. Again, I think, yeah, size 12. Just, yeah, really easy, casual throw-on style. I find denim dresses are doing quite well for me at the moment. She might take a couple of months because it's obviously a bit warm to be wearing this one, particularly if you're in Queensland. But for the $18 I paid for this, I expect I'll probably get about $70, so should be a bit of profit in that one. Grabbed a couple of skirts. These two I grabbed from the same op shop. Very, very similar, except obviously the fabrics. So they're both Seed Heritage, size 14, elastic waist skirts. We've got a beautiful rust coloured bias cut linen in a maxi length, and then the olive satin again in a maxi length. So really, really nice condition on the satin. There are no pulls or anything that I can see there. And we've got the beautiful split up to the knee on one side. So seed skirts, again, something that if they're priced well and in good fabrics, good condition, I'll be picking up pretty regularly at the moment. Case in point, another seed skirt. This is genuine leather. Really, really beautiful condition. I love the style on this one. I think this was a smaller size. Yeah, it does. It's a size 8, but it's a very generous size 8. I would say this is definitely going to fit a size 10 easily. possibly a size 12 because there's quite a bit of room in the hips of this one. I did pay $35 for this, but I'm quite comfortable with that given the style and that it is genuine leather. I sell leather skirts pretty frequently, particularly in the longer lengths. So yeah, comfortable that this should go, I think, over $100 pretty easily. And one mini skirt. Couldn't go past the silver on this one, the pleated elastic waist. This is Isabelle Marant Etoile. It's a size 40, so quite a generous size, which is great. I have sold Isabelle Marant in quite small sizes, but I was pleased to see that this one is probably like more of a size 10 to 12. We'll be interested to see how it goes because it's a mini skirt, but it's got a lot going for it, so I think that'll be okay. And I paid $18 for this one. Into some pants now. First pair, this lovely pair of belted Veronica Main pants. Veronica Main pants, and I've got another pair up there, I'm pretty sure, are just chef's kiss what I want in my store at the moment. So they sell really, really quickly for me from sizes 12 up. Anything that is like a wide leg style, anything that has an embellishment like the belt or a bit of a different fabric to it. So yeah, size 16, great corporate style, and I'm finding corporate clothing is picking up again at the moment. So very, very pleased to grab these, and I believe they were $14, size 16. Yeah, these are the other pair of Veronica Main pants that I've grabbed. So as you can see, their colour for this one, for Veronica Main, these purple are pretty different. They're usually blacks, houndstooths, greys, plaid, like those sort of things. So I couldn't go past the bright purple. Some nice pleating and pocket detail. Still has its original belt. I think these are also a larger size. Yeah, they're a size 12. And I think linen. Copper and linen. So yeah, really, really nice fabric blend on these ones. But again, like a wide leg style, you cannot go wrong buying wide leg pants, in my opinion. $15 for those ones, and again, I think they'll go for $80 to $90 pretty easily. I also grabbed this pair of, I still don't know how to say, Aire, A-E-R-E is the brand here. Let me, A-E-R-E, don't know. Linen, these feel new. They definitely have not been washed. The fabric is, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. The colour is stunning on these. Size 10. Size 10s have been selling fine for me at the moment, even though they're at that smaller end that I probably wouldn't want to pick up. And again, high rise, wide leg. The style that I am aiming for every day of the week. And lastly, for pants, I have this pair of Suzanne pants that I paid $15 for and could not believe I paid $15 for. They are a size 40, so again about a 12. Tapered leg, maybe not the most popular, but the fabric feels really, really nice. They're a quality brand, so someone who is working in an office I think will love these. Fabric wise, they feel like maybe, oh no, no wool. They are acetate and viscose, so a crepe, I would call that in my listing. Nice little keyword there. Yeah, just a basic style, but they should go for decent money. Okay, now we're really into the winter gear. I bought 4 jackets in the middle of summer. So let's get into it. The first one is a trench coat. This is by Moss & Spy. So I've been having some really, really great Moss & Spy sales lately, even in styles where I look at it and go, yeah, it's not for me. So this is like, is it navy blue or black? It's looking like navy blue for me. I paid $10 for it. It's got a stunning orange lining, the cinch detail at the back, the nice kind of button detail at the cuffs. So yes, she's, I don't know, rather pretty. Size 12, so again, that decent size. It's quite a heavy fabric. It's like almost like a twill. Yeah, like a twill fabric. It's got a nice sheen to it. So I have no doubt that coming into winter, this one is going to be a good seller. And the next one might just be my find of the day, honestly. So this is the Age Frissange jacket is the style name. It is a wool blend, so majority wool in a size 12. I want you to pop a little comment. How much do you think I paid for this one? I'll give you a minute. Quite a nice modern style hook and eye closure with the lapels in satin, which is nice. And if we look in the back, like, she's still stitched. Either someone wore it and didn't bother to undo the vents, or she's never been worn. I paid $25 for this one. Pretty comfortable that I should be able to get close to 200 for this one, if not maybe slightly more. Might take a little while again, being that it's out of season. But the style, the button detailing and the lapels really sold this for me, and particularly for that price, like, I would pick this up every day of the week. And another little one, more of a corporate office vibe. This is a Lena Broughton. We've got a nice hook and eye closure on there. A Ponte kind of 3/4 sleeve jacket. Really good corporate style. It's a heavier fabric, so again, this isn't going to be like a mid-season piece. Like, this is probably going to be a winter, but someone will want this for their work wardrobe in a size 16. So $8 for that one. I'll pick it up every time and should be able to get, again, $80 to $90 for this one. Probably go via offer. And the last one that's just been sitting at the front of my rack waiting for me to talk about it. This is quite out of character for me, but I could not go past this vintage NFL starter jersey. So it's New York Giants. It's got all of the kind of embroidered insignia. It's a puffy, like, windbreaker style jacket. It was just so cool, in fantastic condition. Unfortunately, it is missing its hood and the original zip pull. But other than those things, for a vintage jacket, she's pretty pristine. She's got lovely bright red quilted lining, pockets on the inside there. I paid $50 for this one, so again, it was a bit of an out of character buy, bit of a gamble, but it's fun. It's fun, and it's going to bring different eyes to my store. There's quite a few of this style that have sold recently-ish. I think for, there goes part of the coat hanger, like around the $150 to $200 mark. So I need to do a little bit more research on the condition, the style itself. I know I've seen this exact style sell in a very similar condition, but yeah, aiming for that $150 to $200 on this one. That's it. That's my first thrift haul for 2026. Thank you if you made it this far. I know it's a big ask considering that I've been away for so long. Like I said, I am trying this year to get back into it. I have missed speaking to you and connecting with you guys. So yeah, drop me a line. What was your favorite? Is there anything here that you think I shouldn't have picked up? There's a couple that I've ummed and ahed on. And yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to hear about in 2026, drop me a comment. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.